December 1st, 1946. A young woman walks into a general store in Bennington, Vermont, and asks a clerk how to reach the long trail. She doesn't take a map. She doesn't take a pack. She's wearing a red jacket and a pair of sneakers too thin for the cold. An elderly couple hikes 100 yards behind her for a while. A group of friends stops to talk to her about how long the trail runs. 4 separate people watch her walking that afternoon. Every one of them watches her walk toward the same curve in an old logging road. Not one of them sees her walk past it.
Okay, so I want to start with the thing that's actually been bothering me for 2 days. Which is, it's not just Welden. It's 5 people, same 8 square mile radius, 5 years.
And in 5 years, in 8 square miles of mountain wilderness, you're telling me nobody ever gets lost, hurt, or eaten by something with claws?
I'm telling you, the pattern's weird. Rivers, outdoorsman, knew the land better than the rangers did. Langer, same thing, experienced hiker, and she still vanished mid-conversation with her own cousin.
To be fair, Ren, experienced hikers get hurt all the time. I've seen guys who could survive 6 weeks in hostile terrain twist an ankle on a Tuesday and go down a ravine.
Sure, but not 5 of them. Not all in the same triangle of forest. Not with 0 remains in 4 out of 5 cases.
0 remains isn't evidence of the supernatural. It's evidence of dense forest, scavengers, and 70 years of weather. You know what it's not evidence of? Ghosts, wendigos, whatever Iris is about to bring up.
I wasn't going to bring up a Wendigo.
No? What then? Bigfoot? UFOs? The 4 winds meeting in eternal struggle?
I was going to bring up the fact that the Abenaki avoided this mountain for over 200 years before any of these 5 people were born. That's not folklore invented after the disappearances, Marcus. That's a belief that predates them by centuries.
See, this is why I like coming on these trips. Free therapy.
Nobody asked for your opinion, Bear.
Didn't say I had one. Just enjoying the show.
Okay, so logistics. I found someone who might actually be useful. Guy named Walt Sennett lives about 10 minutes from the trailhead. He was 9 years old during the Welden search. His father was one of the volunteers.
An 89-year-old's childhood memory of a search from 1946.
I mean, yeah, but he's given interviews before. Local paper did a piece on him for the 70th anniversary. He remembers specific stuff. Might be worth 45 minutes before we head up the mountain.
That's a good start. Good work, Ren. People who were there matter more than anything we'll read online.
Fine. Old man first, mountain second. Let's go be disappointed twice instead of once.
That's the spirit.
Walt Sennett was 9 years old in 1946. He is one of the last living people who was there for the search.
Welcome!
You'll have to excuse the mess. Wasn't expecting a film crew.
Trust me, sir, you should see where we work. This is a palace.
You're a big one. Army?
Something like that, sir.
My brother was infantry. Korea. Didn't come back quite right either, if I'm honest.
Mr. Sennett, you were 9 when Paula Welden disappeared?
9 years old. My pop was out with the search party for 11 days straight. Came home smelling like pine and looking like he'd seen the inside of something he didn't want to describe to a 9-year-old.
Did he ever describe it to you? Later, as an adult?
Once. I was maybe 30. He'd had a few drinks. Said the strangest part wasn't not finding her. Strangest part was the dogs.
What about the dogs?
They had bloodhounds up there. Good ones. Trained on her scent from a coat she'd left behind. Pop said the dogs tracked her clean as anything, right up to that bend in the road. And then...
And then what, sir?
And then they wouldn't go past it. Wouldn't take one more step. Whined, dug their heels in. One of them actually bit its handler when he tried to drag it forward. My pop said in 40 years of hunting, he'd never seen a dog refuse ground like that. Not once.
Dogs don't spook for nothing.
No, son. They don't.
Could have been a scent thing. Predator marking, maybe? Something that'd make a dog wary without it being.
You want it to be that. I understand. My pop wanted it to be that too, for about 30 years. Then he stopped talking about it at all. Some things a person just stops trying to explain.
He was 9.
Yeah.
His dad came home for 11 days smelling like pine and never told him what he saw. And the guy's still thinking about it 80 years later.
People think about things, Ren.
Not like that.
First one I ever went on, there was a woman in Rutland swore her mother was still in the house. Been dead 2 years.
Here we go.
Mace had it solved in about 9 minutes. Neighbor's kid had a key, was letting himself in, moving stuff around. Not even malicious, just a weird kid.
So you closed it.
We closed it. Woman cried, thanked us, made us sandwiches. And on the way out, Iris asked her one question, just one. Asked her when her mother first started visiting. Woman said 6 weeks before she died.
That's not evidence of anything.
Didn't say it was. Said it's the only thing I remember about that job.
Can I ask you something?
You always do.
How'd you find them? Mace, Bear. How'd this start?
They answered an ad.
She's lying.
I posted an ad.
She posted an ad after she'd already read my case files. All of them. Every fraud investigation I closed in 6 years. Then she posted an ad in a place she knew I'd see it.
You recruited him.
I found the most rigorous skeptic in New England, and I made it easy for him to find me. That's not recruitment. That's just filing.
She did the same to me. Different ad.
And me?
Kid, she's been building this a lot longer than any of us have been in it.
How long? So, statistically, the dog's wouldn't go is exactly the kind of detail that gets exaggerated over 3 generations of retelling.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Or it's exactly the kind of detail that gets left out of official reports. Because nobody wants to write, "the dogs refused," into a state police file.
Can you, for once, just let a normal explanation exist without immediately...
Hey, both of you. Save it for the bend. We're not there yet.
Fine.
Can I ask you something? Not about the case.
You can ask.
Do you ever get tired of being the one who's right and nobody wants you to be?
Every single time, Ren. That's the part people don't understand about believing things like this. It's not comforting. I'd very much like to be wrong.
Yeah, I get that, actually.
Iris. There's no trail here.
No.
How far?
Not far.
Not far from what?
It's a wall.
It's a boundary.
It's a farm wall, Iris. This whole state is farm walls. Somebody's great-great-grandfather cleared a field 200 years ago and stacked the rocks. There's 10,000 miles of these in New England.
240,000, actually. Surveyed in 1871.
What are we looking at?
4 people vanished inside 8 square miles. Rivers on the mountain. Welden on the trail. Tedford from a bus on a road. Jepson from his mother's truck at a farm. 4 completely different environments. Wilderness, footpath, highway, farmland.
Yeah, because they're unrelated.
That's what everyone concluded. Different terrain, different circumstances, therefore, different causes. But if you stop treating the terrain as the variable, if you plot the 4 points and ignore what's on the ground at each one, they're collinear, within about 60 meters.
A straight line?
A straight line, running roughly north-northeast. It crosses this wall.
4 points is not a pattern. 4 points is 4 points. You can draw a line through any...
Through any 2. Not any 4. The odds of 4 arbitrary points falling within 60 meters of collinear across 8 square miles are approximately 1 in 900.
Then it's the 900th.
Perhaps.
Let her work.
We've got 2 hours of light.
Here.
What's here?
The line crosses the wall at this point. And the wall stops.
Walls end.
They end at property boundaries, at roads, at water. This ends at nothing. The 1871 survey shows a single continuous parcel line for another 400 meters. The wall should keep going. Someone stopped building it. Right here.
Okay. That's a little strange.
Walt's father said the dogs stopped. Not that they lost the scent, that they refused ground. Animals identifying a boundary that isn't visible. That's not unique to Bennington. It's documented at Balachulish, at Hoyabachu. It's in the Abenaki account. They didn't say the mountain was haunted. They said it was contested. Something with an edge to it. I've spent a long time looking for the edge. So, if the line is real, and this is a point on it, something should be measurably different here.
Ren's got nothing. Sorry, I've got nothing. Audio's clean, it's just woods.
One in 900.
Marcus.
No, I want to make sure I've got it. You pulled 4 disappearances out of a 50-year-old file, drew a line through them, walked us off a marked trail into unmapped woods with 90 minutes of daylight left, and the payoff is a pile of rocks that a farmer got bored of.
Mace.
And to tell Iris, the thing that gives you away every single time is that when you're right, you're calm, and when you're wrong, you're precise. 240,000 miles of wall, 1 in 900, 60 meters. You bury it in decimal places and everybody nods because it sounds like arithmetic. This is exactly why they wouldn't fund you.
That's enough.
That's exactly why. I stood in a room with 11 people and a map, and I told them there was a pattern. And they asked me to show them. And I took them to a place very like this one. And there was nothing there either. The difference between a pattern and a coincidence is a demonstration. I've never had one. That's not a complaint. It's just the position I'm in.
Was he right?
About the wall? Probably. About the rest of it? No. Come on, let's get back to the trail.
Okay. Low frequency. Rhythmic. Like breathing, but slower than any breathing should be.
Direction?
Can't tell. It's not localized. It's just everywhere. Ambient.
Wind through rock formations can do that. Cave systems, geology.
Marcus, There's no cave system on this part of the mountain. There's no karst, no limestone. It's all metamorphic. Whatever that is, the ground isn't making it.
It stopped dead. No fade, nothing. Like someone hit a switch.
Everyone stays inside of each other from here. Nobody goes off alone, not even to take a leak.
Yeah. Agreed. This is it?
Matches the survey descriptions and Walt's directions.
You still got it out.
Yes. The road's been regraded twice since '46. The modern trail maps are wrong by about 40 feet. This is where she was standing.
Iris, have you been up here before?
Once. 11 years ago. I've been standing in the wrong place ever since. 4 witnesses watched her walk toward this spot. The dogs tracked her clean to it and refused to cross. And 1,000 people searched, and they found her footprints, stopping, mid-stride, right there.
There's nowhere to go. No side trail, no drop-off.
Nothing.
Guys, my last 20 seconds. Gone. Full black.
What do you mean, gone?
I mean, the file's there. Timestamps, right? It's just black. But the audio's still on it. And the audio's got something that wasn't happening while I was standing here.
What?
Footsteps. Slow ones. Not ours.
Play it. Play it now. There's precedent. There's a whole category. This is documented. The medium fails and the audio persists. That's not a technical fault. That's a pattern. It's in the Enfield material. It's in the Balakulish recordings. 60 years of it, and every time someone writes it up, they get told it's equipment failure. And it is not equipment failure. It's...
Iris.
Sorry.
Bear?
We should head back before it gets dark.
I was so close.
Glastenbury Mountain covers roughly 40 square miles. Between 1945 and 1950, 5 people vanished inside 8 of them. November 1945. Middie Rivers, 74 years old. A guide. He'd hunted this mountain since before there were roads on it. He walked ahead of his party to find the trail. They never caught up to him. The following spring, they found a handkerchief. That was all. December 1st, 1946. Paula Jean Welden, 18 years old. You already know how her walk ended. 1,000 people looked for her. Airplanes, the FBI. The dogs tracked her clean to that bend. And there, every one of them stopped. Not tired, not confused, refusing. No one has ever gotten an animal to explain what it knows that we don't. December 1949. James Tedford, 68, a veteran. He boarded a bus in Bennington with 14 other passengers. Every one of them saw him take his seat. When the bus arrived, his luggage was still on the rack. His timetable was still open on the cushion. The seat was empty. Nobody saw him leave. The bus had not stopped. October 1950. Paul Jepson, 8 years old. His mother left him in the truck for a few minutes. When she came back, he was gone. The dogs tracked him to a crossroads and stopped. 16 days later, Frieda Langer, 53. She was hiking with her cousin. She slipped into a stream and told him she'd walk back to camp to change. It was a 5-minute walk. He watched her start. She never arrived. 300 people searched for 2 weeks. Helicopters, the National Guard. Nothing. 7 months later, they found her. In an open field. In an area that had already been searched 3 times. She was too far gone to determine a cause of death. She is the only one of the 5 who was ever found. After Frieda Langer, it stopped. No one has ever explained why the disappearances started. No one has ever explained why they ended.
That statistical thing, the line, 1 in 900.
Marcus, you don't have to.
Was it real? The number.
Yes.
So the wall was on the line, and the bend is on the line.
Yes.
So you weren't wrong at the wall. You were early.
You gonna tell us what was on it?
No.
There.
Not tonight, Ren.
The trail is still there, if you want to walk it. Most people turn around before the bend.